Hey guys, this is my review slash recap of Married to Medicine Season 7, Episode 3. So, we start off where Quad and Simone left off in the restaurant arguing. So, Simone leaves. Quad is steady asking her, will she sit down so they can finish talking? Simone says she ain't got time for it and walks out. So, Quad, with her big bad self, she walks after her. But once she saw Simone was already in the car, she turns around, comes back, and was like, whatever. She ain't got time for it. So Simone gets home and she is highly pissed. She gets there. She starts telling Cecil about what happened. Simone says, she feels like everything was cleared up at the crab boil. So they started playing clips, and sure enough, she was sitting with Quad, telling her if she ever need her, just give her a call. Not to mention, she said the same thing at the reunion. Remember at the reunion, she was like, if you ever need me, if you ever need Cecil, we're here for you. So Simone tried to make amends twice. Also, it had been a whole year, so Simone left the door open, extending an olive branch, and it looks like Quad waited to come on the show to unleash everything on Simone in front of the cameras. Like, how did you think that was going to turn out? How did you think Simone was going to react? Because it's like she's trying to start over and you stepping to her with an attitude. Like, you trying to flip tables. So, anyway, Mariah is having Toya and Lake over for some girl time, and they jump right on in about Jackie's tea party. So Mariah touched on, how she feels Jackie needs to acknowledge and own up to her mistake. You guys know with the whole repeating the rumor of her using cocaine. So, but let me just say this, because Mariah, she's been doing this, but it seems like she's doing it a lot now with this whole twist in her face and her squinching her eye, her lips turned up. It's like, look, Mariah is such a pretty woman, and her doing all of that is just uncalled for. Like, please stop doing that. But anyway, so Toya was saying how, she feel the women need to get back to a place where they can at least talk, where they're at least on talking and speaking terms. And speaking of talking, what is going on with Lake? Like, this is the second, I believe, appearance this season. This is the second time they show her within the three shows, and she's just sitting there. She ain't smiling. She's saying nothing. Like, what is? I don't know if Mariah is trying to get her a spot on the show, get her to be a regular, or what. But I'm gonna need Lake to speak up and say something. Anyway, so Jackie and Simone meet up, and Jackie gives Simone some flowers, let her know, she feel how she feels she's important. Then she goes into how she feels she's in the middle of her and Heavenly situation. She also let it be known that she does not allow Heavenly to say anything bad about Simone. So Simone says, she knows that, and that's why she hasn't been calling Jackie with all the drama. Jackie's caught in the middle, so Simone don't want to make things worse by going to her about it. But I think, me personally, I think Simone hasn't been calling Jackie. I think because she feels slighted that Jackie has been hanging tough with Heavenly lately. And Jackie's probably hanging with Heavenly a lot lately because Simone has been pretty much ignoring her. I don't know. But anyway, so Simone adds that, she basically she's not tripping off of Heavenly, and she's at a place where she doesn't feel um someone need to be trying to come in and force her to have a relationship with someone who doesn't respect her husband. So Jackie goes on about how she miss her friends, her Jackie and Heavenly. And so Simone gave Jackie an ultimatum. She was like, look, all right, if you buddy up with Heavenly, well, if you buddy up with Mariah, I'll buddy up with Heavenly. So Jackie was like, all right, they'll do that. So anyway, at this time, Heavenly's visiting Contessa. Contessa started talking about how Scott feels she's abandoned the family. So Heavenly tells her, look, the kids are supposed to be with the mother, not the father. Because, women, we have that natural nurturing element about us. So she was like, men don't get it. So why would you leave your damn kids with him? So, she was all like, Katasa, you signed up to be a wife, and telling her, she better get herself together because you never know when the straw is about to break. Now, here's my thing. I hate when people, because that's not the first. I've heard people say that before. Like, oh, the fathers, they don't really know because they're not nurturers and this and that. Listen, if I can't trust and depend on the father of my children to take care of them, I'm not having kids with this person. Like, stop. First of all, some men you're letting them off easy because it's like, oh, you can't do it like I would, so don't even bother. I'll just do it. No. Those are his kids, and if you feel like this man is not capable of making sure his kids are clean, fed, properly taken care of, getting proper rest, and all of that, you should not be having kids with this person. So I'm not buying that whole why would you leave the kids with him? She left the kids with him with number one because Scott told her she couldn't take the kids. Now think about it. If she took the kids with her to Nashville, who was gonna watch them while she in school? So I maybe that's why he was like, you're not taking them. Because think about it, who is gonna watch them? No, that is the father. That's your husband. He should be able to take care of the kids. And he seemed like he was doing a good job of it. Was he a little overwhelmed? Maybe. He got the clothes in the kitchen and all of that. But I mean, hey, we all have been there where we are just overwhelmed at some point. But he was taking care of the kids from what they showed. But anyway, so now we're at Toya and Eugene's house. So Toya's helping the kids with the homework. Um, Eugene comes home and they go outside. So she's telling him that she had to talk to Avery about an email that his teacher sent. Just talking about his behavior in class. So Toya feels like the boys are acting out because of the miscarriage because she's saying they're both been acting strange. So they have a sit down with the boys and they're asking them how they're feeling. Um so Ashton's was like, he's been a little okay. And then Avery says, he's been feeling really mad because the baby died. So, Eugene and Toya, they try to talk to the kids, let them know it's okay to feel what you're feeling. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be emotional. Um, and it's okay to ask questions. If you feel upset, come and talk to them. So Toya talked about how, she was feeling and Eugene, he gave her a little pep talk and, she laughed. It kind of cheered her up because I'm guessing, she's probably thinking in terms of him when he said, it's just another failure he'll put up on his imaginary mantle, whatever. So I think of course, that would make her feel some type of way. So when, he cheered her up and let her know it was all going to be okay, I think that put her at ease. So anyway, Simone had a family meeting about the chores and cleaning the house, and I had to laugh because my last review, when she saw the trash, that's the first thing I said. I was like, nah, buddy, this will call for a family meeting. And sure enough, they end up having a family meeting. So she had her little whiteboard up. And she's writing down different things, about the trash, cleaning up after themselves, leaving clothes everywhere, washing their own clothes, and all of that. So the kids ended up flipping it and was poking fun at Simone, talking about how she always fussing and just being so loud. And y'all know Simone is hype. When she gets hyped, she is hyped and loud, and she ain't hearing nothing and nobody else. So anyway, Jackie shows up at Quad for dinner, and while they're eating, well, Quad was eating, Jackie was mostly picking up around at her food. I swear, I would love to see what Jackie eats in a day. I would love to see that because she strikes me as a very, very finicky person that if she think it's gonna cause her to gain weight, she's not gonna eat it. Well, anyway, so Quad starts telling her about the meeting with Simone and how she feels that Simone needs to give her a sincere apology, how she needs to hold herself accountable. So Jackie told her, look, just let it go. Like, just let it go. Then she was asking Quad, okay, so, what can you own? What did you do in this situation? So Quad don't see anything she's done wrong. She was like, oh, so do I have to own up to something even though I didn't do anything? So then her and Jackie, they basically was having a tug of war with words because they was like just going back and forth. So Quad said it would have been great to have Simone in her corner, when she was going through the drama with her ex-husband. Now, she says that, but I remember I just mentioned two occasions where Simone told Quad, if you need me, I am there for you. If you need Cecil, he's there for you. So, is it that did Quad call Simone and she didn't answer and didn't call her back? Or was Quad waiting for Simone to chase her down in order for her to be the friend that she need? Like, I'm just confused because Simone did extend an olive branch. A whole year had gone by, and by the recent interactions, I mean, y'all talk like y'all now y'all haven't seen each other this whole time, haven't talked. So I don't understand what happened because Simone clearly said she is there for you. So was she lying and you reached out to her and she just ignored you, or were you sitting back waiting for her to come to you? Because remember at the last season, especially when everything went down, um, at the crab boil, one of the big problems and one of the major things that pushed Simone to go off on Quad last season at Heavenly's house was because Quad was being so hush hush about everything, and no one could get close enough to really support her. She was shutting everybody down. She was saying how busy she was and how she got her friends from the show. So even when the friends reached out to her, she wasn't having it. She had her guards up. No, y'all stay over there. It's toxic and y'all don't really care. But then she turns around this episode and was like, I wish Simone could have been there for me during my trying time. So I don't know. It's like something is missing there. Something is missing. Either Simone just said what she said on camera, to look good, and she did not reach out to Qua, or she did, and Qua was just like, I'm not in the mood right now. I'm not dealing with this right now. I mean, I don't know. But something's not added up there. But my question is, what exactly do she want? Because by all accounts, everybody at the crab board said that they was reaching out to Quad. So I don't know. But anyway, so Jackie tells Quad, she got to stop with all this hardness because people do really love her. She just doesn't realize it because she's so stubborn. So anyway, Quad says she wants to rekindle her friendship with Simone and she can receive her whole. Now I thought the whole tea party, you was emotional and saying you want to rekindle things and asked Simone, would she join you? Simone was like, yes. Y'all then meet up at the restaurant and you come in, first of all, what, an hour late? And then you coming in with an attitude. So you've had more than two chances to rekindle your friendship with Simone, and it's not happening. And from all accounts, it looks like it's not happening because of you, Quad. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, moving on. So we have Simone, Mariah, Jackie, and Heavenly. They meeting up. Now Mariah and Heavenly have no idea this is going on. This was Jackie and Simone idea. Remember when Simone was like, "All right, if you buddy up with Mariah, I can buddy up with Heavenly." So that's what they came up with. Anyway, you can see the awkwardness in their faces. You can just see it. So they sit down. Jackie starts off the conversation by addressing Mariah. So she was saying, you know, it was brought to her attention that she had offended Mariah. And I'm like, brought to your attention? Mariah told you. She told you, if nowhere else at any other time, at the tea party after they all um stood in a circle and said a prayer and hugged, Mariah told Jackie then about why she was upset. So Jackie acting like she heard it through the grapevine. No, Mariah told you. She told you. So anyway, she was like, yeah, I heard it was brought to my attention that I offended you, so I would like to apologize. And so Mariah goes in again and tells her, look, I was offended that you repeated a rumor without even coming to me first. So then Jackie was like, looking all confused, and then she was like, well, you never really talk to me, you talk at me. And she was saying, how she didn't know what showing your slip means. And then she had the nerve to say, can you just do Queen's language or Ebonics so I can understand it better? And I'm like, what? See, I know some of y'all probably gonna come for me. Jackie is not my favorite. Jackie has this superior attitude or about her around the other women, and she tries to come off like she don't know what's going on, know what this person's talking about. You know exactly what she's talking about. You know exactly what she's talking about. But she plays that part though. But anyway, so then she follows up um with a quote unquote sincere apology, saying, if you feel like I've offended you, which obviously I have, then I apologize. I'm sorry. So Mariah forgives her, and Jackie now is like, okay, we're cool. So now it's Simone and Heavenly's turn. Simone mentioned what Heavenly said, tweeted, they got her upset, saying if Cecil got a job, her marriage would be better. So Heavenly came back with, hold up. I never said anything that you told me in confidence. That's a bold faced lie. So basically, what she's saying is the whole Cecil not working, need to get a job. Pretty much that was on Front Street. Everybody knew about it. Everybody knew it. So Heavenly was like, she's confused as to why you're making it seem like you came to me about Cecil and his job, and I went and told everybody, and that's how everybody found out. Which I would have to agree with her. Like, it was on the show. We all saw it. We all knew. And Simone is not wavering from that. She's not saying, okay, well, you said this and you said that. She keeps pointing to what Heavenly had tweeted. And that basically was, if he got a job, their marriage would be better. So Simone was like, let me finish. And Heavenly was like, I don't get the attitude. So they going back and forth. And she was like, my husband wouldn't do this and my husband wouldn't do that and he's the best man I know. And honey, she puts Damon up on a pedestal. You hear me? So Mariah ushers Simone off to the restroom. And she telling Simone, look, you have got to get out of your feelings. Just accept Heavenly's apology and move on. So Simone was like, look, she out there calling me a liar. She keeps talking over me. Like, how can I bring this together if she's doing all this? So anyway, they return to the table. Heavenly is still mouthing off about there's no comparison between Cecil and Damon because he's the best man she know. So Jackie's trying to calm Heavenly down like she's some out of control child. Jackie starts talking about how at some point they all cared about each other. And Heavenly was like, she still cares even if Simone doesn't. And at this point, Simone is visibly emotional. I mean, she starts talking, her voice starts shaking, and then the tears are coming. So she was saying, she feels like it's not repairable. Like with Heavenly's behavior, how she's coming off, like you wouldn't be doing all this if you felt like it was repairable. So Heavenly's like, no, she does feel like it is, and she wants to repair it. So anyway, they end up switching seats. Heavenly goes over there. She's sitting right next to Simone. Mariah and Jackie are sitting right next to each other. So Heavenly was like, look, can we just get past this? They, exchanged some words. They went back and forth and they ended up apologizing. They ended up apologizing. They end up hugging. Um, Jackie and Mariah end up hugging. So at this point, it seemed like everybody's good, which I'm not buying because no one is really owning their shit. Nobody's really owning what the person is saying they did. Jackie is still like, I listened to her even though I don't agree with it. And then I think when they were in the car, Heavily asked her, was her and Mariah friends now? And Jackie was like, well, there's layers to friendship. So Jackie is still being slick, still talking slick and being shady. And it's like you can't come and preach and tell other people you need to let it go, you need to this, you need to that, and yet you just sitting up here, you know, you have as apologized to her, to Mariah. You hugged it out. Y'all sitting there talking like y'all good girlfriends now. Y'all trying to fix Heavenly and Simone's problem. Then you get in the car and you're like, yeah, well, there's layers to friendships, whatever. So I think it's not over. It's gonna come up again because we still have Quad saying that she still wants to rekindle things with Simone. So that's gonna be another meeting. Maybe Jackie would be there at the time to mediate. I don't know. But one question I thought about: what if Simone and Quad do work things out and become friends again? Where does that leave Mariah? Because Mariah and Quad is just not happening. And now maybe at that time Simone would try to patch things up between those two. But as far as like hanging out and things like that, how is Simone gonna be in the middle of that? How is she going to maneuver and balance both friendships? Like that's gonna be interesting to watch. But anyway, guys, that is it. My very short review recap. Married to Madison. Um, yeah. So let me know what you guys think about this episode. First of all, where do you guys think about Jackie? Do you think Jackie is fake and shady? Do y'all feel like Heavenly and Simone really can rekindle their friendship and leave everything in the past? What do you guys think is going to happen if Simone and Quad become friends again? How is that going to affect Simone and Mariah's relationship? So, alright, guys, leave your comments below. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. And until next time, take care.